Maria, it's important to talk about how significant this visit is and how Prime Minister today will be launching projects which will be focusing on the connectivity of Badrinath Kedarnath.
That's right. So Prime Minister is in Badrinath. Over the last 48 hours, he has had a packed schedule. And from here, he will be heading to Ayodhya for the Deepotsav. And on Diwali, keeping in the tradition that he started in 2014, he will be near one of the border areas where he will be celebrating the Diwali with the Jawans. The message here, be it in Mahakal Temple reconstruction project or the Kashi Vishwanath Temple corridor, the push certainly is of reclamation. The push is of revival. The push is of civilization, in which it is about ensuring that these temple towns have the best amenities, they have the best infrastructure support. So besides becoming the centers of pilgrimage, besides becoming the sites of religious visits, they also emerge as sites where economic model is being talked about, where job opportunities can be created. And that's what we have seen in the context of Kashi Vishwanath corridor, which is in the heart of Varanasi, Prime Minister Narendra Modi's constituency, or Mahakal Temple near Ujjain, where the Prime Minister was only earlier this month. So, and just a quick recap for our viewers, Prime Minister was yesterday in Gujarat. The state of Gujarat goes to polls, in the month of November. The dates for that for elections in Gujarat are yet to be announced. But the message is of a Prime Minister who's very hands-on. The Prime Minister who can, match up to various expectations in terms of, he was yesterday in Kevadia with the United Nations Secretary General, sending a message of how India is on the path of development and, showcasing the first solar village in Moderna. So the message here is that India is being focused and showcased as a country which is on path of development, which is being watched by the world. That's what he said yesterday. Here, and of course, the idea was sustainability and environment-friendly spaces. Today, he is in Kedarnath, Badrinath. The focus here is of temple towns and a completely new idea of economic model. And then he heads for the Deepotsav in Ayodhya, followed by a visit. We have seen a packed schedule for the Prime Minister in the run-up to Deepavali, and every visit is full of huge messaging and very high on symbolism.
Right. Many thanks to you, Maria, for putting Prime Minister's visit to Kedarnath and the upcoming Badrinath visit as well into perspective for us. And with that, we have some breaking inputs coming in. While Indian Prime Minister is now offering his darshan in Badrinath and Kedarnath, the Congress has already begun politicizing the Prime Minister's Kedarnath visit of today. Congress's Udit Raj has tweeted saying that in Prayagraj, RSS is worried that conversions are taking place. Prime Minister Modi reached Kedarnath for the 6th time today. Nowadays, most of the time, he's spending time in pilgrimage sites. Prime Minister Modi ji, full time in eradicating the evils of Hindu religion so that the conversion stops. This is the latest now coming in from Congress's Udit Raj, and he's already started politicizing Prime Minister Modi's visit to Kedarnath and Badrinath, saying that Prime Minister Modi is busy in eradicating the evils of Hindu religion so that the conversion stops. He's also referring to the conversions that are taking place in Prayagraj, also attacking Prime Minister for making frequent visits to Himachal Pradesh. He said that this is the 6th visit of Prime Minister Modi to Kedarnath, and he's also saying that nowadays most of the time he's spending time in pilgrimage sites. Remember, this could have political ramifications, as we all know that it is election time, and Himachal Pradesh, as we all know, is a devoutly Hindu state. And how this plays out for the Congress party, because the BJP has already been... All right, for more details, let's quickly go across to our political editor, Pallavi, on the phone line. Pallavi, what Udit Raj has to say could very well backfire for the Congress party.
Yes, because, he's raising question marks over
the imaging of the Prime Minister, whether it's a Hindutva image
Right.
or whether he talks about the conversion situation. But, this is one vote bank which has been standing stoically behind the Prime Minister and the BJP. And as we start seeing those pictures of the Prime Minister in Kedarnath, and of course he's going to be celebrating Deepotsav in Ayodhya, and even on Diwali is expected to go to the borders, that image becomes intact and clearly addressing that. Now, Udit Raj is also considered as a motor mouth. Now, this kind of comment from him, Shivraj Patil's comment yesterday on jihad being a part of something which has been enshrined in the Gita as well, is something which is bound to backfire on the Congress party, especially since they've always been on a back foot as far as this whole religious issue is concerned.
Absolutely. And since the assembly elections are around the corner for the state, it's also important to talk about why this could backfire, considering how strong Himachal Pradesh is in terms of being an RSS base as well. Because let's not forget, Udit Raj has also referred to the conversions taking place in Prayagraj and how RSS seems to be worried about it. So this doesn't seem to be going down well for Congress party.
Well, I mean, we saw that issue yesterday, which was raised in Uttar Pradesh about the conversion issue. And that is something which is going to be a very, very strong emotive issue. There's also the speculation that is there going to be an anti-conversion bill, because that's the allegation from the BJP, that they are forcefully converting the innocents, the Adivasis, the tribals into other religion, and it must be stopped. And I think Udit Raj is trying to take pot shot at the Prime Minister, which is why I said it's bound to backfire, because the image of the Prime Minister is otherwise. Of course, Himachal, Gujarat, they are parts of Gujarat also, if you remember, had a history of conversions, and later down south in Karnataka, and of course the 2024 Lok Sabha elections.
And what do you make of the timing, Pallavi, considering this is, as we were also mentioning earlier, this is election time. Congress has been shelving hopes to challenge the BJP. How do you see this playing out politically now?
I mean, if you look at the pictures, for example, coming out from the Bharat Jodo Yatra, I mean, Rahul Gandhi was himself there at the mutt of a very renowned and revered sir in Andhra Pradesh, and he's doing that wherever he's traveling, obviously in a clear attempt to undo this perception about the Congress party of being a party which believes in a minority appeasement. And when you have comments coming in from, say, Udit Raj or Shivraj Patil late last night, this is something which, kind of throws a shadow over any such Hindutva makeover imaging which they're trying to bring for the Gandhis, particularly for Rahul Gandhi.
All right, stay with